Good morning, friends. Today we are going to study the new topic of Muslim law, that is hiba. The gifts, what is known as hiba. The gifts in hiba are generally governed by the Transfer of Property Act 1872. However, the provisions of gifts in the Transfer of Property Act does not apply to the Muslims. In Muslim law, gifts are called hiba. The owner for the time being has absolute dominion over all property in his possession, whether he has acquired it himself or whether it was devolved upon him by inheritance. Definition of hiba is defined as the transfer of right of property in the substance by one person to another without consideration. The person making the transfer is termed wahib or donor, and the person to whom it is made is muhalahu or doni, and things given is mohab. The essential requirements of making a hiba is: first, declaration of gift. Every Muslim, male or female, married or unmarried, who has attained the age of majority and who is of sound mind has the capacity to make a gift. For the purpose of making a gift, the age of majority is attainment of 18 years. When a person signifies his willingness to make to another an immediate transfer without consideration of the ownership or of rights in an existing and specified property, with a view to obtain the assent of the other to such a transfer, he is said to make a declaration of gift. Such declaration of gift may be express or implied. At the time of making the declaration, the donor must be Muslim. Where the gift is made by a non-Muslim, it is regulated by the provisions of the Transfer of Property Act 1882, and the rules of Muslim personal law are not applicable to it. The Muslim law recognizes the doctrine of ikrah or compulsion, and a gift deed executed under compulsion is not valid. In such a case, the gift is voidable and it can be avoided by the donor, whose consent was so obtained. On the ground of ikrah, a transaction can be avoided if the compeller was in a position to carry out the threat held out by him, and that the threat itself was such as would influence the conduct of a reasonable person. In Hussaina Bai versus Zohra Bai 1960, it was held that a Pardanashin Muslim lady was brought from Nagpur to Bhananpur. She had a fit of hysteria, and soon after she was made to sign the gift deed without affording her any opportunity to taking independent advice and without informing her as to what were the contents of the document. The court said that the gift deed was got executed from the lady under compulsion. It was not a voluntary act, and therefore the deed was held invalid. Acceptance of gift is the second essential requirement for gift, that is the doni. A gift may be made to any person without any distinction of age, sex, or religion. Thus, a gift may be made to a minor or an adult, to a man or to a woman, to a married or unmarried person, Muslim or non Muslim. The doni must be legally in existence at the time of hiba. A child who is in the womb who is in the womb or who is born within 6 months from the date of the declaration of the gift is one in existence and is competent doni. When a gift is made to a minor or unsound mind, the gift will be complete by the delivery of possession to the guardian of the minor or unsound mind. The third essential requirement is subject matter of gift. A gift may be made to any existing property, whether it is ancestral or self acquired, movable or immovable, corporeal or incorporeal, whether or not it is capable of physical delivery, and whether the donor's right over it amount to full ownership or consist of merely a limited interest in it. The subject of gift must be in existence at the time when the gift is purported to be made. Then there is one more concept as a gift of musha. Gift of musha means, the word musha means undivided share or part in the property, movable or immovable. The gift of musha is valid if the donor has withdrawn his dominion and allows the donee to exercise the control. A gift of a part of a thing which is capable of division is not valid unless the said part is divided off and separated from the property of the donor, but a gift of an indivisible thing is valid, that is, when part of the share is capable of division. The gift cannot be valid till the delivery of complete possession is made by dividing it from the rest. For example, share in a common staircase, right of bathing in a tank, etc. but there is exception that the gift by one co-sharer to the other, gift of a share in a zamindari or a taluka. The gift of an undivided share of any property which does not admit of partition is lawful and valid, but the gift of property which is capable of division is irregular but not void. The fourth essential is delivery of possession. A gift may be oral or in writing, irrespective of the fact whether the property is movable or immovable. But in every case, the delivery and possession must be made to the donee. The requirement of formalities laid down in Section 123 Transfer of Property Act are not applicable to the Muslim gifts. The only formality that is essential for the validity of a Muslim gift is taking possession of the subject matter of gift by the donee, either actually or constructive. If the delivery of possession has not been made, though all the formalities laid down in Section 123 are complied with, such a gift is not valid. If the delivery of possession has not been made, though all the formalities laid down in Section 123 are complied with, such a gift is not valid. Under Muslim law, for the gift of an even immovable property, neither the written gift deed nor registration is necessary. Since clear declaration of intention of making a hiba is an essential element, it is essential that the donor should completely divest himself of all the ownership and dominion over the subject matter of the gift and should deliver the possession of property to the donee. The delivery of possession may be actual, constructive, or symbolic. Delivery of possession of immovable property. Delivery may be made by delivering title deeds or by mutation in the revenue records. Delivery of possession is when not necessary, that is, where the donor and donee reside in the same house, the actual delivery is not necessary. Property in occupation of tenant. The delivery of possession of immovable property means the actual departure of the donor from the premises with all his goods, and the donee formally enters into the possession. Gift may be completed by request to tenant by the donor to atone to the donee, or delivery of the title deed, or mutation in the revenue register or municipal register. Property in the actual possession of donee, for example, a bailee, trustee, mortgagee. Here, actual delivery is not necessary. Property by husband to wife when they lives in same house. Gift to a minor by a father or other guardian when there is bona fide intention to give is necessary. Then, what are the kinds of gift? First kind of gift is ariyat, giving of usufruct without any return. When a person grants another a license or right to use or enjoyment of a property or a right to usufruct without any consideration, then the transaction is called ariyat. In hiba, the transferee acquires a right to the property, while in ariyat, the transferee obtains its use or beneficial enjoyment for a limited period and the property does not pass on to him. Thus, ariyat is not a transfer of ownership but only transfer of a right to profit of property temporarily depending upon the will of transferor. The characteristic of ariyat are transfer of usufruct without consideration. It is a temporary transfer and it is revocable at any time at the will of the transferor. Second type is sadqa. Sadqa is a gift with religious motive, that is in the nature of charity. The delivery of property is essential. When a person makes a gift of some property with the object of acquiring some religious or spiritual benefit, it is called sadqa. Sadqa is irrevocable once it is completed by the delivery of possession. The third type is hiba bil iwas, that is return gift. Gift with a return gift for a consideration. Thus, where a person makes a gift of his property in return for something, the transaction is known as hiba bil iwas. Hiba bil iwas consists of two separate transactions. The original transaction consists of hiba and must therefore conform to all the requirements of a hiba. This is followed by a written gift which constitutes second transfer. When both the transactions are completed, they are together known as hiba bil iwas. For example, A makes a gift of his house to B without any contemplation that B will make an iwas, but later on B makes a gift of a plot of land to A by way of iwas. Iwas is the direct consideration for hiba. In hiba bil iwas, the delivery of possession is not necessary, actual payment of consideration is necessary. The inadequacy of consideration does not affect the transaction. Howsoever small the consideration may be, the hiba bil iwas will be valid if consideration has been actually and bona fide paid. Fourth type is hiba ba shartul aiwaz. It is a form of hiba bil aiwaz with a short or condition. When a shart or condition, when a gift is made with a consideration or stipulation for a return, the transaction is called hiba ba shartul aiwaz. The distinction between hiba is the delivery of possession is not necessary in hiba bil aiwaz, while it is necessary in the hiba ba shartul aiwaz. In hiba bil aiwaz, the original donor is under no obligation to accept the aiwaz offered by the donee, but in case of hiba ba shartul aiwaz, the donor is expected to accept the return. In the former, the consideration proceeds voluntarily from the donee of the gift, while in the latter, it is expressly stipulated for between the parties. Hiba bil aiwaz retains the character of gift and does not partake the character of sale when even when aiwaz is given, while in latter is a gift of at first stage, but the donee gives possession of the subject matter of aiwaz, it becomes a sale. The last part is revocation of gift. How the gift is revocable? Gift is revocable before the delivery of possession and after the delivery of possession. The revocation of gift before the delivery of possession is under Muslim law is possible. All gifts are revocable before the delivery of possession is given to the donee. For example, P makes a gift of his motor car or to Q by a gift deed. No delivery of possession has been made to Q. P revokes the gift. The revocation is valid. Revocation after the delivery of possession. Mere declaration of revocation by the donor or institution of a suit is not sufficient to revoke a gift. It seems that all gifts after delivery of possession can be revoked with the consent of the donee, and that otherwise, in those cases where gifts are revocable, revocation can be made only by a decree of the court.